Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Seminoles will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They move the tight end all over. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That's reeled in. It's Palmer. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Got him downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Horned Frogs are in the hurry-up.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Got it in the middle, it's Palmer. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. They'll try to snap it quickly. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up 3rd down.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Using his feet. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And your decision to go for it on 4th down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the 1st down.
The Horned Frogs are on the move. Gets it out fast. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Ready, set.
And the Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Going for 6. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice too because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Jackson will throw. And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, TCU! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
That quarterbacks in zone coverage, they have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Robinson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The Horned Frogs have pushed it inside the 20. To the ground with the back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Man, what an opening quarter for this offense. They've got it again, 1st and goal.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
Wants to go up top. Got it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. And the Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a top-5 battle with enormous ramifications all across football. Here's the latest. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia Tech. We'll keep you posted on things until the clock hits zeros in a game that, for now anyway, has been very revealing.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, TCU
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work.
Come on, set.
Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Seminoles want to crank the tempo.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way on who wins this one.
He's got it, and he will score. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good.
TCU 21, Florida State.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Take over, 1st and 10.
TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37.
Get set.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Running toward the tape. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. Fighting off the defender. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Pressure coming. Grab near the sticks. It's Baker. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Looking for room, it's Palmer. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. The Horned Frogs come to the line in the hurry up. Going to the run, it's Palmer. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. He caught it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, TCU!
Number 11, right in the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT.
For the extra point.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They march 78 yards down the field, and they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury for defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Jackson gonna throw it. Lost one deep down the right side. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off.
Black 24. Black out 55 feet.
Got it, looking for a first.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where
Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half, and on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. He'll put the tight end in motion.
Awesome. Flip.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Collins. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Makes the catch. It's Baker. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Brings up 2nd down.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Okay, ready?
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll try to get it through the air. Buys a little extra time. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Washington notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Husky Stadium is worth its weight in gold. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Jackson will throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Snaps it in the shotgun. Release to the back. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass. And the Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. It's a flea flicker. They're bringing heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Trying to escape and get it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The back goes in motion. He's going to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
On the ready.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. He'll take a shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Seminoles headed quickly to the line. Defense playing a bail technique. Tosses it back. They're trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Offense gets set for second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. With the catch, it's Davis. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. They'll run it from the gun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The sure hands, it's Davis. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Here comes the hurry up.
Brings up second down.
Running behind that left side. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down.
Cut, cut, cut. Gringo, gringo.
Finds his man enough for the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Noles want to move quickly. Got it behind the line. It's Gibson. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! Precision blocking up front created the open lane and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive.
38, Florida State.
Still down big here in the 3rd quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Set to kick this one away.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
Take over. 1st and 10.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player. and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover.
On the set.
Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw it again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Palmer. Tripped up for the tackle. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
On third and short, the power run here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Black 24. Black 24.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Plows through the defense. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And simple play, simple game, get that first down. That's all that matters. I don't try to trick. I go back to what I know I do really, really well.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Finds his man. It's Baker. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
At the 15-yard line. Brings up second down. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, TCU 38, Florida State 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Lasso.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Touchdown, TCU! And the punishment has been extended. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down.
And the Florida State offense will take over. First and 10.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throwing right. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
3rd down coming up.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd down, going up top. He'll pull it down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket after that. Excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets rid of it. Makes his connection. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to get to him. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the beatdown has ensued. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in it. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The DBs will back off a bit. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
He'll just keep slinging it. Pulls it in, it's Davis. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Seminoles in the hurry up.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play.
Let's go!
The pull and throw off the RPO. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, looking for a space. Caught behind the line. It's Davis. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Ball is loose. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Palmer. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Sometimes you have to put it in a tight window, and sometimes the window is gargantuan, and it was there.
Yeah, that was one of them big old huge windows. And I tell you what, when you throw over the middle of the field, a lot of times quarterbacks are a little bit hesitant. When you're
looking for a huge play. Wide open, he makes the catch.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. absolutely perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. He'll call for the fair catch here. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you...
Can anyone catch him? He's got 99 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
Gators score. Squirrel.
They'll throw it on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, and it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.